Why the one who loves you the most is suddenly ignoring you. It's confusing, isn't it? One moment, the person who cares about you the most is showering you with love and attention, and the next, they're distant, cold, or even completely ignoring you. It leaves you wondering, what happened? Did I do something wrong? The truth is, when someone who loves you deeply starts pulling away, it often has more to do with what's going on inside them than what's happening between you. In this guide, we'll break down 7 reasons why this might be happening and what each one really means. Number 1, they feel overwhelmed by their own emotions. Sometimes, loving someone deeply can feel scary. If the person you care about has been through heartbreak or emotional struggles in the past, those feelings of vulnerability might make them retreat. They might ignore you because they're trying to process their emotions on their own. It's like their heart is saying, I care about you too much, and it's terrifying. Number 2, they're dealing with personal stress. Life has a way of throwing curveballs. Work stress, family issues, financial problems, or even mental health challenges. If they're ignoring you, it might not be about you at all. They could be so caught up in their own struggles that they don't have the energy to connect. It's not because they don't care. It's because they're trying to survive their own storm. Number 3, they're testing how you'll react. This one might not feel fair, but it happens. Sometimes, people ignore the ones they love to see how much they'll fight to stay connected. It's not necessarily manipulative. It could be their way of seeking reassurance. They're wondering, if I step back, will they step forward? Will they care enough to notice? Number 4, they're afraid of losing themselves. In loving relationships, it's easy to get so wrapped up in someone else that you start to lose sight of your own individuality. If they've been feeling like they're losing their sense of self, they might pull away to rediscover who they are. Ignoring you isn't about pushing you away. It's about finding balance within themselves. Number 5, they're angry or hurt, but don't know how to say it. Sometimes, silence speaks louder than words. If you've unknowingly hurt them or if they're upset about something, they might ignore you instead of confronting the issue. It's not the healthiest way to handle conflict, but it's often their way of saying, I'm hurt, and I don't know how to talk about it. Number 6, they're trying to protect you. When someone loves you deeply, they might distance themselves to protect you from something they're going through. Maybe they feel like they're not good enough for you, or they're worried their struggles will drag you down. Ignoring you is their way of saying, I care about you too much to let you get hurt because of me. Number 7, they're questioning the relationship. This one is hard to hear, but it's important to consider. If they're pulling away, it might be because they're trying to figure out their own feelings. Do they see a future with you? Are they ready for the level of commitment this relationship requires? Sometimes, ignoring someone is their way of sorting through these tough questions. Now, what should you do? If you're experiencing this, it's natural to feel hurt and confused. But before jumping to conclusions, try to approach the situation with patience and empathy. Here's what you can do. 1, communicate openly. When the time feels right, let them know how you're feeling. Use statements like, I feel confused and hurt by the distance between us. Is there something you'd like to talk about? 2, give them space. Sometimes, the best way to show love is to let them work through their own emotions without pressure. 3, reflect on the relationship. Are there patterns of behavior that might be causing tension? Are there unresolved issues that need to be addressed? 4, take care of yourself. While you're waiting for clarity, focus on your own well-being. Spend time doing things that make you happy and remind yourself of your own worth. Final thoughts. When the one who loves you the most starts ignoring you, it doesn't always mean the love is gone. In many cases, it's a sign that they're struggling with their own emotions, fears, or challenges. Instead of assuming the worst, approach the situation with compassion and curiosity. Sometimes, the space they take is exactly what they need to come back to you stronger and more certain of their love.